Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today I'll be reviewing Gaston from Despicable Plots for Disney Villainous. Despicable Plots introduces us to three new villains, Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, Horned King from The Black Cauldron, and Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. The villains are varied in difficulty, making this great as an expansion for players with others from the Villainous range, but less good if you're new to the game. For me, Despicable Plots is one of the weaker box sets, alongside Bigger and Badder, and I'd recommend picking up Wicked at the Core, Evil Comes Prepared, or Perfectly Wretched first if you're looking for new villains to play. Let's talk more about Gaston. So Gaston is a very strange villain to play as. His goal isn't that difficult to achieve, he has quite a few methods to remove obstacles, but is a fairly punishing fate deck, with plenty of cards that set you back in your goal. Generally, you'll be wanting to discard cards to find those obstacle removing cards, but you'll also need to play some allies for protection, and to make sure Belle doesn't prevent you from removing obstacles. Personally, I find Gaston's cards niche and his playstyle dull, and it feels like something's missing from the deck. He's a relatively easy villain to learn, and his playstyle is straightforward, but I've put him in the medium difficulty of easy, medium, and hard. As with my other reviews, I'll be talking about my top 3 cards for Gaston, but again, these don't directly relate to your goal. So for instance, Scarab Pendant and the Magic Lamp for Jafar are what you need to achieve your goal, Titans for Hades, and so on. For this reason, I'm not going to be talking about Gaston's cards that remove obstacles for the most part, as this would be a very quick review otherwise. I'm going to talk about them now very, very quickly though. So Get Out, Come to the Light, and Temper are your obstacle removing cards, and these are what you're going to need to play to win. However, you're going to need other cards to help you along the way. So the first card in my top 3 is Wolves. So the mob is the strongest ally in Gaston's deck. However, as Gaston has limited options for moving allies, it can be easily outplayed by your opponents or by use of the beast. On the other hand, Wolves can become as strong as the mob, and with 4 of them in your deck, it's not difficult to cover every location in your realm. I find these best used to defeat Beast after he's come into play, or to protect key locations from heroes. So you'll be wanting to play these onto Beast's location after Beast has come into play to get rid of him. Second card in my top 3 is Hunter's Instinct. So this is a really efficient way of removing heroes, with the exception of Beast. As you have no move and ally spot, getting your allies into the right place can be really challenging. With Hunter's Instinct, you don't have to worry about having allies in your realm, or having to risk the possibility of getting their strength reduced by Morris's invention. Although you'll mainly want to use it to remove Belle from play, if Belle's been defeated, you can also use Hunter's Instinct to defeat other heroes. So the final card I want to talk about is one that helps you remove obstacles. So it's Beautiful as Me. So as I mentioned before, Come to the Light, Temper, and Get Out are all essential cards for removing obstacles. Unless you defeat Beast or Morris, you'll need both copies of Come to the Light and your copy of Temper and Get Out to win the game. Unfortunately, without Beautiful as Me, you'll struggle to remove obstacles faster than your opponent can replace them. Beautiful as Me can be an easily achievable condition card, as it relies on your opponent taking 4 or more actions on their turn. Some villains have access to far more than 4 actions that they can do on their turn, such as Hook, Cruella de Vil, Ratigan all have spaces where they can potentially do more than 4 actions. However, many canny opponents may choose not to take their 4th action, especially if you're close to victory, or they may not have 4 actions available to them, meaning you can't use Beautiful as Me. It's worth noting that you can win outside of your turn by using Beautiful as Me, which gives you an edge over most other villains who have to win either in their turn or at the start of their next turn, meaning your victory is much harder to prevent from winning. So overall, Gaston's playstyle is very, very simple. Discard cards until you find the cards that help you remove obstacles, and just keep churning away through your deck. It's unfortunately not a very interesting playstyle, and as I said before, I would recommend picking up Perfectly Wretched, Wicked to the Core, or Evil Comes Prepared before Despicable Plots. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This helps me grow as a channel and be seen by more people. You can support me in other ways as well by becoming a member of Mythical Meeples or by supporting me on Patreon. There's links below for both of those where you'll gain access to sneak previews, behind the scenes and extra content. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.